All right, couple questions before we wrap up here on the Penn State Blitz. The first one revolves around Michael Johnson Jr., four-star Eugene, Oregon quarterback. Dustin, he is not yet committed. Penn State, Miami, Florida State, Oregon State, NC State, some of the options for him. Sounds like a decision could be coming sooner rather than later. Penn State has wanted so desperately to take two quarterbacks in this class ever since James Franklin got here. Starting to feel like they might be on the cusp of doing so.
You have a more optimistic outlook on this one than I do. I see a kid who's really talented, really good, top 5 dual threat quarterback in the country. And there are some schools pursuing him who don't have a quarterback in their class yet. To me, it just feels like that's always going to win the day. It would be a huge recruiting win to add him to Taquan Roberson, to get the second quarterback, to get the depth chart where you want it to be. I'm just a little bit more cynical than you are on this one. I don't see it happening, but he has said that he loves Penn State. He loves the coaching staff. He loves the atmosphere there. And when that's the case, Penn State's got a shot.
The thing that really stuck out to me about his comments in a recent interview with Oregon Live, Dustin, is that they didn't come a day or two after the visit. They came a couple of weeks. And typically, when a kid comes off a visit, he has a little bit of a visit high. He's a little bit in love with the school that he's at, and sometimes that can make a real difference. I think in this one, he waited a couple weeks, and he still feels that way. I think that's really a big deal. I am probably a little bit more optimistic than I should be because Miami is without a quarterback, as are some of these other schools. But just feels right for the Lions on that particular recruitment. One more to get to here, class of 2020. If you look around the country, there are schools racking up class of 2020.
Ohio State is on fire in 2020.
And Penn State is not even, it's not even not on fire. It has nothing. I mean, it has 0 commitments so far, which isn't a huge deal, but I think the worry is that Ohio State is getting out to such a huge lead. But you look, Brian Bresee, Julian Fleming, all these top names are still on Penn State's board. I don't think it's a huge deal, even though obviously at this point in time, if you're a Penn State fan, you're probably thinking, what's going on here?
I can see that thought, and I've wondered what makes the school more prone to get guys a year in advance than some other ones. And I don't know whether it's something the school's doing or the prospects they're recruiting, but I think we've seen from Penn State that how you get out of the gates, it doesn't really matter so much. I think that Ohio State's not going to scoop all the targets off the board.
They're not going to take 40 before Penn State gets one. Right?
Yeah, I think you just be patient. There's probably something to be said about Penn State focusing on the here and now and really focusing on the 2019 class, laying the groundwork for relationships and that kind of thing, but maybe not ready to take commitments from 2020 kids just yet.
All right, Dustin, that is it for this week's edition of the Penn State Blitz. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/allpennstate. We'll catch up with you next time.